But guys, we're an hour into the stream. We've only gotten 2 tips. We're at $5, all right? I think we ate dinner at like 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, which I know is early for most people. For us, our normal dinner time is around 4:30, 5 o'clock. That's when we usually eat dinner. So we were hungry. We went and we got some food. It was some tropical food. There's, you know, since it was so hot, we're in the mood for like a place where you can get like tropical style food. So my wife had this plantains. You ever had plantains? Plantains are really good if you get them at a restaurant. I've had plantains that are like really bland, but if you get them at a restaurant and they end up being like caramelized, dude, plantains are amazing. And I ended up getting a jerk chicken dish. I love jerk chicken. The flavoring is really, really good. I just hate that the chicken keeps acting so rude to me. All right, that was really bad. Anyway, so we had dinner early, okay? So now we're like stuffed from dinner. Oh, a professional chef that's world renowned, that knows what they're doing. This is some freaking, you know, cookbook author just made a bunch of recipes and slapped Street Fighter names on them. As you're gonna see, it's hilarious. Some of these recipes are like, oh, here it is, and here's who it relates to, and you're looking at like, what? Why? There's one, I'm not kidding you, one of the recipes, you ready for this? Bacon sandwich. A bacon sandwich is one of the recipes. You know, like make bacon, toast bread, put lettuce and tomato on it. That's a recipe, according to this cookbook. So you look at shit like that and you're like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this cookbook. Oh, by the way, some of the other things we did, like Costco. We had to go to Costco for like our bi-monthly run. We do it every other month. And we had to stock up on everything in the house. So we're going, you know, we had tons of paper products and shit that we were stocking up on. So one thing we did get, a little different. Usually when we go to Costco, we get some kind of baked good that we have for breakfasts. Sometimes we get muffins. Sometimes we get their pastries. Usually it's, you know, we try to get something interesting. And they had something new this time. They had a big loaf. And the loaf is blueberry lemon loaf. All right? So Kat looks at it. She's like, it's something we've never done before. That looks good. You just cut into slices. We'll have a slice each morning for breakfast. Why not do that? Okay, let's try it. So we bought the loaf. We brought it home. This morning we went to eat it. I cut it up into slices. All right? I'm going to eat it. And we start eating it and we're like, there's something interesting about this loaf. And my wife's like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. She goes, it's exactly the same as their muffins. Yeah. It's completely 100%. It's the same batter as their muffins. It's no different. It's exactly the same. And we're like, so basically the muffins or the loaf, it's the same product. The difference is this has a topping of like lemon and some glaze on it. And it has some blueberries in it, but it's kind of the same as eating a blueberry muffin with some glaze on top. And we're like, oh man, we're kind of disappointed. We were hoping it was going to be something different or special. And we're sitting there and eating it, and we're like, wow, it's just not that good. You know, we were expecting something different or interesting, and this is just more of the same, essentially. So it was all right. Let's put it that way. But my wife's like, nah. We also bought some bagels at the grocery store, so she's probably gonna have some bagels for the rest of the week. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll have some of this. I guess I'll be eating some of this loaf for the week. Kind of disappointing. See, if you buy the muffins, you could get 2 6-packs of muffins at Costco for like $10. This loaf itself was like $10, but it's definitely not the equivalent of 12 muffins. And if you get 12 muffins, you get 2 flavors. So now you got variety. While now it's just the one loaf. So it's like, it's disappointing. What are you gonna do? Sometimes you take a chance on something, right? And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. The loaf did not work out. It is not. Do not risk it all on a loaf. Let's just put it that way. Never risk it all on a loaf, because then you might be disappointed. That's my advice for you for today. Stop saying loaf. People are advising me to stop saying the word loaf. They're apparently finding it incredibly disturbing when I say loaf for some reason. I don't know why. You would think that loaf is a disturbing word. What's wrong with loaf? Loaves are good. You have a loaf of bread. You can have a cat that's shaped like a loaf, right? You could loaf around and be lazy. There's a lot of things you can do with the word loaf. I don't know what the problem is. People are very upset with me. My pronunciation is wrong. I'm not supposed to say loaf. I'm sorry. Loaf. It was a loaf. A blueberry lemon loaf. My apologies. I pronounced it incorrectly. Okay. Anyway. Oh, people are saying you can also drop a loaf, and that would mean poop. Well, obviously I was not mentioning scat, right? This is not a scatological story. I was talking about a baked good from Costco. I don't know how you would associate the two. That's pretty disgusting, actually. Maybe some of you have dirty minds. Just saying.